gosh.
What happened to the beer?
Yeah, it's December 1st. It's over. If I'd have known it would help us win, I'd have done it a long time ago. Where were y'all all the other day anyway? Last game, last home game. Disappointed, I'm calling y'all out.
I was in
I know, just you, man. There's a couple of people here.
I was in Columbus.
Huh?
I was in Columbus.
Oh, okay. Again, I'm really proud of our kids for a couple of reasons. First of all, you know, LSU game was a really tough, heartbreaking loss. Gave up a pretty good lead, and then tonight, Indiana made a run, and you know, would have been real easy for them to think, oh well, here we go again, and instead they held it together and showed a lot of character. And then also, just from a fatigue standpoint, we had a heck of a week trying to get back from the Virgin Islands. Flight was rerouted, so we missed our connection. We ended up spending an extra night in Philly. We were supposed to practice in the morning. We ended up having to practice that night till about 9:30 at night to get in a couple of practices for this game. And again, a lot of character by our kids to overcome all that. Chelsea Nelson, what a night! You know, again, when you can get her one-on-one down there isolated. It was very similar LSU game. Their defense, their zone, they were really extended on the perimeter, and we probably should have gone inside a little bit more in that game. And so tonight, thought our kids did a good job of getting her the ball, and she was able to really be good attacking. Dominique, first half, kept us, you know, gave us a big lead there, doing a great job. And then Maya Spencer, 10 out of 12 free throws were big. So I thought also Ashley Williams took a couple of charges, one of them when they buried a three, and then she also got us a really good backdoor bucket when things were getting a little tight. So all those seniors stepped up and did some good things for us. Big opening statement, huh? Probably covered everything. Let's go home.
Visions of LSU dancing through your head during that run that they made in the third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, that game will never get out of my head. You know, some of it, I got to do a better job, whether it's preparing them for certain situations, whether it's during the game, putting them in a better position to be successful. I got to do a better job. And we do need to work on time and score situations. About the only one that stood out tonight was about 30-something seconds left. Maya Spencer fouled while they were trying to inbound the ball. We can't afford to do things like that. Clock doesn't run, and you got a kid going to the line that was 14 for 15 and had 38 points. So that's about the only one that stood out tonight for me. Otherwise, I thought we did a pretty good job, and we'll continue to get better at it.
Did that run that LSU made help you in any way with decision-making, things you emphasized to get back in the game in the fourth quarter tonight?
Like I said, probably the biggest thing was deciding when they really extended their zone that it created so much space for Chelsea that let's get her the ball. And I did look back after the LSU game and think I should have probably done that then. There was other things, like I said, I felt like I could have gone with a smaller lineup and matched up a little bit better late in the game. So there was things I learned from it, and then obviously we showed film and pointed out a few things we did that really didn't manage the clock well. We took an early shot, we fouled on a free throw, allowing them to walk 94 feet the other end and make 2 free throws without the clock running. Some things like that we just I gotta do a better job. I gotta prepare them for those situations. Sometimes I assume, and you know what happens when you assume. So I gotta do better.
When you're, you know, the bus is rolling and it's kind of out of your control at times in terms of a scoring drill, about 7 minutes or so. I mean, what are you trying to get through to your players to try and get them back on that track, whether it's waiting for that time to take a timeout, get them back, you know, how do you bring it back in?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's tough because I've got a lot of confidence in our kids' ability to shoot the three, but there's times when it just goes dry on you a little bit. And, you know, they're playing a zone, you're swinging the ball, you're getting open looks, but it's not going in. And that's what I said. It's when we made a conscious decision, let's get the ball inside. And Chelsea, you know, again, it's it's easy to make that decision. It's a lot tougher to carry it out the way Chelsea did, and so you got to give her all the credit for that. We got, I think, a couple of times we scored off inbounds plays or got fouled, side bounds plays. You know, I think we called the timeout with about 10 or 12 seconds left on the shot clock one time, and they were in the zone, and we were able to get the ball inside, running a little stagger pick, and just little things like that. Try to maybe run a set, get a good look, and try to get you a bucket and swing the momentum. But again, you know, I'm proud of them for being able to weather that storm and stretch it back out a little bit. So it was tough though. You can't help but think, oh gosh, this looks very familiar. And and I kind of saw that in their eyes a little bit, but we were able to, like I said, hold on, turn it over, and get going. So it was good.
Second quarter, just as important. I mean, you really broke the game open up to halftime going into the second quarter. 8 for 10 from the field, 80% shooting, and really pushed the tempo. Was that by design? Did you want to try to push the tempo?
We want to try to push it and get some easy points. You know, try to score before the defense can get set up. And we need to probably work on that more in practice. We probably don't get up and down enough in practice. We maybe focus on half-court situations a little too much. So, but they're doing a good job with it. We'll continue to try to expand that, and I definitely want to be up-tempo and push it. Felt like tonight, you know, we maybe had a little bit of speed advantage, and so we wanted to try to exploit that.
Do you feel how comfortable do you feel right now with your post-play game compared to earlier in the season when you talked about how you needed to develop?
Well, Chelsea got us down foul trouble. I mean, she's still, you know, I think the Kansas State game picked up one early, and I took her out, and she looked at me like I was nuts for taking her out with one foul. But then I put her back in, and she got her second one in 12 seconds. Okay, so you know, again, the thing is, she plays so hard, and sometimes she gets a little out of control, and her arms flail a little bit, and next thing you know, it's a foul. So, again, you gotta admire how hard she plays, but we need her on the court more. So, I thought Nene Cole's been doing a good job for us. Probably should have played her a little more. Nene really played well in the LSU game, and I thought she looked good in her opportunities tonight. Akilah Mays just had surgery on her hand, and she's going to be out for probably a few weeks. So we need some other people to step up, and thought they did a good job.
Can you clarify what happened?
She hurt it in one of the games down there, and I think she may have tweaked it in the first game, and then the second game she had a fracture. So, but again, good thing is I think they put some titanium in there, and they feel like that'll heal a lot quicker than if they just let it heal on its own. So,
is it a finger, or is it actually the hand itself?
I think it's her hand. Yeah, back of her hand.
Okay.
You don't get too technical, okay? I'm not that smart.
I might not realize that.
Medical stuff, but anyway, so hopefully she'll have a speedy recovery. But you know, I think Erica Cassell, freshman's going to be good for us too in there some. So we'll hold down the fort.
Tyra Buzz from our other team, seeing Unstoppable tonight. What did you learn from her play as you go further into the season?
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough matchup. You know, we came in, we knew she could shoot the three, obviously, but what she's really done well in the games that we watched on film was she gets to the rim, she uses her hesitation move off a pick on the ball, and I guess the D relaxes a little bit. We got to do a better job. I mean, she's a great player, and obviously 10 of 14 shooting and 14 out of 15 free throws, that's tough. But there were still some situations, you know, side bounce plays where they tried to get her a clear out over there. You know, we went over it, you know, a few times, and we still gave it up. So there's some things we can do, but you got to tip your hat to her. She put on a heck of a performance. We didn't know if we should try to, you know, go under picks and beat her to a spot so she can't turn the corner, or then you do that, she nails threes. So we just just tried to keep her off balance. Obviously, it worked great, didn't it? Tried to keep her off balance with how we played pick on the wall so that maybe she wouldn't be quite as comfortable, but whew, what a performance.
Did you think about double teaming her?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think they got some kids out there that can make you pay still. We probably could have, you know, we tried to trap her a couple of times on pick on the ball and make her give it up. And I told the team, we really haven't worked, it's early in the year, we hadn't really worked a whole lot on maybe some junk defenses, but obviously that would have probably been a good thing to try tonight. So we'll definitely address that very soon.
Any more questions for Coach Moore? Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all again for being here. Appreciate it.